So first off, just tell us a little bit about what your company does.
MBA is a consultancy business. It came out of a business that I sold in 1998. We'd used consultants in our own businesses. I started the business with a partner who used to be financial director at Cornea. We'd used consultants in our own business. We'd found people who could tell us what problems were. We could find people who weren't terribly good at telling us what the solutions are. And actually, if you're a client, what you want is solutions and making things happen. And that's really where MBA came from. So we do operational and strategic consultancy. That's kind of my bit. Financial consultancy, and we also we're involved in the people side of the business.
So you mentioned people there. This is actually something your company feels very strongly about, putting the right people into the right job.
Absolutely, it's the only differentiator in any business, really. Especially, in our building product sector, you find me someone who's got a unique product or a unique route to market or a unique feature that makes that means they don't have to be good at what they do. And actually, being good at what you do means having good people work for you. Not just work for you, but want to do good things as well.
So money isn't necessarily the biggest motivator?
You'll find lots of sales directors now banging the table going, yep, money's absolutely the only motivator. Keep them lean and pay them lots of money if they succeed. But actually, money isn't a really good motivator. If you think about people who achieve extraordinary things, mountain climbing's an interesting one. Nobody paid Hillary and Tenzing to get to the top of Everest. Not only did they not pay them, it's difficult and it's dangerous and it's uncomfortable and it's horrible. Well, why do you do it? They do it because they get intrinsic rewards out of it. They do it because they want to win, they want to be first, they want that peer recognition, they want things that are actually important to us as human beings. Money's important for us and our families because we want to be, we want nice cars, we want to go on nice holidays, but actually money won't inspire you to do the exceptional things.
So if somebody is stressed in their job or doesn't enjoy it, they're less likely to do well at it.
There are two sides to people when it comes to work. One's about competency. So can you do it? But that's quite easy to measure. We can see your degree, we can see evidence of, can you add up and can you read a technical drawing? That's all quite easy to measure. The other part is around behavioural traits. So, what the psychologists call your fundamental life interest. What's it important to you? What's important to you? What is it that motivates you? What is it that gets you out of bed? And if you match those two, you get someone who's highly competent and actually the job gives them what they need out of life, you end up with top performing employees. So sometimes people get held hostage in a job because they actually need the money that job will provide for them and they can't get it anywhere else. They tend to be unhappy, negative people. And throwing more money at someone won't improve that performance. You see it, if money was the motivator, it'd be really easy to double the performance in a factory. We just go in and double everybody's pay. Actually, it really doesn't work like that. Money is, it's important, but it's a contingent reward. It's not an intrinsic reward. Intrinsic reward is, I've climbed Everest and everybody, I'm in the papers and look at me and I've done it and I'm first on the moon, or whatever it is that's important to you to get that peer recognition as much as anything else. Contingent reward is, well, if you do X, I'll give you Y. Contingent rewards work really well with things that don't require you to engage your right brain. They don't require you to put any thought and effort and go the extra mile. And lots of science behind that. That's not just me and MBA making that up. There's lots of science behind rewards and how they motivate people to do extraordinary things.
Now, MBA actually has a retention rate of over 80% of the people they place, so you must be good at what you do.
We've got a database of getting on for 6,000 people now, and we obviously see lots of people in the course of what we do. It's amazing the number of people you see who know what they don't want to do. They don't actually know what they do want to do. They know that where they are is not where they want to be, and they want something different. And it's our job as much with candidates to find out what that is, because then it's a bit like matchmaking. You need to match them with someone who can give them that. Putting them back into another job that's exactly the same as the one they've got, they're going to be in the same place, and the client's going to end up with someone they've got to replace again in 6 months. No value in that for the client, no value in that for the candidate, and actually no value in that for us. Retaining and working with the people who are really good, that's as important as getting that team right in the first place. So, you know, there's a school of thought that says you should be spending more time with the people who are good at what they do than the people who are poor at what they do. Just don't invest any time in them, you know. Lots of managers spend a lot of time trying to turn around things that don't work. And you know, the best they ever do is get them to kind of okay. If you spend your time and your effort and your energy with things that are really good, it gets better.
Well, it's fascinating talking to you. Thank you very much for coming in today.
Thanks for having me, it's been fun.